Ethiopia's parliament has approved the reopening of schools in October after 7 months of closure because of COVID-19. The government plans to supply the schools with face masks and hand sanitizers as part of efforts to curb the spread of the virus. CGTN's Coletta Wanjohi visited a school in Addis Ababa that's preparing to reopen and filed the following report.
Eden Dereje is preparing the tools of her trade. But when school resumes, it won't be the same as before.
This time will be different because you're not going to touch your kids like before. You're not going to, but you will use some kinds of techniques, your own techniques. When you would like to appreciate before the COVID-19, we will do like, oh, that's a perfect job. Keep it up. We'll touch them like this. But this time will be different. We're not going to, but we will give them an appreciation just by keeping our distances.
Eden teaches in a school that has 650 students from kindergarten level to grade 4. More classrooms have been created and each will now take at most 15 students.
We told to parents not to send anything material like biscuits, something with metal kinds of lunchbox. They should have to use the plastic one. So the kids, they can do exercise, different activities, singing, jumping, everything. In their class, we'll remove tables and chairs. This mass kinds of playing, hugging something, will not allow that one.
An isolation room has also been set up at the school.
If the students come to the compound and if they show some symptom of coronavirus, we put there in the isolation room and we only stay on 10 minutes only, because it's a serious case. So we call for their parents and they go to further hospital or for the further treatment.
Schools in Ethiopia will be reopening amid an increase in COVID-19 cases. The country has currently registered over 70,000 COVID-19 positive cases since March. Sion Getachew says making the decision to send her children back to school has been a tough one.
I felt that it was a little early, but based on the situation, everything in Ethiopia is opening up, and yeah, it's time. My students they're tired, they're depressed, staying at home. It's time for them to get back out there.
A survey by the World Health Organization in 39 sub-Saharan African countries indicates that schools are fully open in only 6 countries. In 19 countries, schools are partially open, while in 14 others, they remain closed. Ethiopia will be looking to the example of other African countries as it reopens its schools, learning from the challenges of others. For example, in South Africa, schools were forced to close down in July, just a month after they had reopened, because coronavirus cases in learning institutions had shot up. The Africa CDC advises that safe reopening of schools, like other sectors of any economy, must be done gradually, with priority being given to areas in a country that have lower virus transmission rates. As Eden prepares herself for when the government gives a definite reopening date, she knows that the new normal could open up a challenging time. Coletta Wanjohi, CGTN, Addis Ababa.